Hello and welcome back. How you doing? Hope you're well. Thank you for being here and just for clicking on the next track on the playlist. So this is 333. So this is a sort of self-titled song from the album, and let's check it out. So I'm trying to make the intros as short as possible because there's no need for it. So no more talking, more watching. Let's go. Very, very nice. Like a 1920s, 30s, beginning of a gangster movie, neo-noir style. A guy stood in the corner with a hat on and a cigarette, just sort of like narrating. There's the three horses, so 333, yeah. Ooh, it's like Outcast. Like, listen to any track from Outkast's Aquemini album and you'll know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Wow, that sound is so similar. That is brilliant. Let's go. Mil cavalos, hoje eu tô voando. Com portal chegando em outro plano. Vagando eu vejo essa miragem, muita saudade. Vem que eu vou te elevando para um novo ano. Em portal de novo não me espana. Bem normal esse bolão de grana. Eu tava preso na viagem pra cidade. É, vivendo mais um sonho, mais um desengano. I was stuck in a trip, hold on. I was stuck on the trip like the city. So like I was stuck in the trip, maybe like, you know, getting high, that type of stuff, and the trip city, walking around looking. De novo não me espana. Bem normal esse bolão de grana. Eu tava preso na viagem pra cidade. É, vivendo mais um sonho, mais um desengano. Calculando os finais contra os meus rivais, são todos iguais e no fim eu saio ganhando. A minha mente vai longe. Cê vai pra onde, meu bem? Onde, meu bem? Me dê sua marca. Entra nesse som, deixa esse som te abraça. E me concentrado antes que a onda bata. Ou você cresce com ela ou ela te mata. Mareando, me dá visão pra eu continuar. Mareando, there's a West Coast whistle in the background, which obviously changes into like an 80s synth, so it's a mixture of both, but I feel like on this particular track he sort of mixed all the sounds from the rest of the album and put them into one to obviously create the 333 track, which is the self-title. Them snares are just snappy. Beautiful. Nessa vida nada é de graça, irmão. Nada é muito fácil, não. Nada é muito fácil, irmão. Eu sabia que eu ia ser rico, mas nunca que eu saberia o que vem com isso. Na notícia o jornalista expondo meu filho. De noites fazendo sacrifício pra pagar o karma que dei da minha família. De repente tira tiro. A very deep line as well, very meaningful. So I knew I'd be rich, but I never knew what came with it. And then exposing my son. I didn't know he had a son. Didn't know he had kids, to be honest. But there you go, you learn something new. No meu filho, de noites fazendo sacrifício pra pagar o karma que dei da minha família. De repente te dá tiro. The bad karma that, well, the karma that he's inherited from his family. I mean, again, I don't know too much about Matue. Like, you know, this is, if people want to tell me some stories and a little bit of a history lesson in the comments, by all means you can do that. Or you can hit me up on Instagram and you can also do that as well. Or I can just go on Google and read it. But you can get involved. I'd rather you get involved. Seu irmão virando seu inimigo. Seu vilão vilão e acaba se destruindo. A minha consequência é carregar-se a paranoia por ter meu estilo de vida. É por isso que eu tô no vício, tô pagando as promessas que eu fiz. Vim pro estúdio e coloquei no disco. Minha avó disse que eu sou artista, que só trabalho pode engrandecer o homem pra ele ser o que ele quis. Eu falei que ia fazer e fiz, mas no começo foi difícil. Isso pra não dizer que foi triste. Agora existe outra visão fora disso. Esse ouro eu encontrei no lixo. Sai da minha bota, eu vou acelerar. Me deixa respirar. Tava no meu lugar, vocês vieram aqui me perturbar. Agora eu não posso mais parar. Me dá visão pra eu continuar.
Probably the best sort of rapping on the album, I would say. And again, it's because it's quite... It's the lyrics themselves, they've got meaning behind it, and he hasn't utilized his rapping a hell of a lot on this album. It's been a mixture of different styles and different genres and subgenres, but on this particular track, he's utilized his rapping, which again, this is how I got to know him in the first place. Rapping, trapping, you know, what... Another beautiful beat. Absolutely beautiful beat. I thought it reminds me of like some 20s, 30s songs with them horns. The synth slash whistle, it's like an 80s, 90s G-funk era, and then you've got the overall beat and the tempo of it and the feel of it, which again, it reminds me of Aquemini, Outkast's Aquemini album. If you haven't heard that yet, if you're a true hip hop head and you haven't heard that yet, go do it. And that bass is just, it's like a wandering bass. Yeah, that is just straight up lifted from Aquemini, to be honest. In a good way, not copied, lifted, inspired. Yeah, a lot of 80s elements on this whole album. Imagine that song being played live as well, like with a live band. It sounds excellent. Telling me you can't get someone on the keyboard to play that out. I think it sounds amazing. Yeah, I think in terms of rapping wise, that was the best rapping track on the album, as far as, you know, Matue goes towards rapping. Because again, with Matue, I haven't heard anything where I can be like, oh my god, yeah, the wordplay or the metaphors that he uses or different flows, like, you know, I can't really get too hyped up with Matue because that's not what he does, and I fully accept that going in. And he doesn't pretend to be anything else. He doesn't pretend to be like the best rapper in the world, or he doesn't say that shit in his songs. He just has his own style and his own vision of how he wants to put his music out, and that's what he does, and he's very consistent at doing that. So that's why I really like him, because he does put in the work, and he doesn't just drop like music, you know, on a weekly basis. You have to wait months before Matue drops something. So yeah, you know, there's one more track to go from the album. So if you haven't hit subscribe yet, I don't know what the hell you're doing. We're 11 tracks in, for God's sake. So please hit that like, hit the subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay alert.